What's up, everybody? Showtime is TheBlaziking, and while people are still whining about passives ruining the game, yeah, they probably haven't seen nothing yet, honestly. I'm still here encouraging playing the game because I like the game, and I'm not here to whine, cry, and complain like a bunch of the other big content creators. Like, the more controversial people. I'm not gonna name names, but, one of them kinda lacks this. But I'm just a little piece of crap content creator and have been for 16 years. So I'm not going to name names because the last time I did that, somebody actually actively picked up on it and talked shit back to me. And because I'm, piece of crap, I didn't start drama because I'm smart, because I don't have that kind of following to have people defending me. So I just do what I do. And what I do is I like this game, and I won't stop liking this game because of a power creep. Bitch, these kind of games have always had a power creep. It does not matter whether you're talking about a Japanese gacha, a Chinese gacha, a realistic, like general gacha game. Like, anything that involves spending money to have a chance at something is a gacha game. And there's a lot worse gacha games out there that have a power creep to them. That said, I'm going to get the keeping up with video and the PV video, and we're going to watch them and see what happens. So let's get Albert telling us a little bit more about Castorus in this Keeping Up with Star Rail Castorus edition. That said, if you've stuck with me this long past my complaining about other people whining about this game constantly, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, let the whole video through if you're not gonna have for conversations. And if you're gonna hang out for conversations, I look forward to seeing your comments. That said, let's get to it.
When he is maiden of war, she granted a merciful death to the living. Now she roams the mortal lands to seek the core flame of death and the meaning of demise. The nether realm, where all things return to nothing, calls out to her across the threshold of eternal rest. On this episode, let's keep up with Akima's mortician, Castorus, the servant of death.
Wait.
Okay, that's crazier because Cypher hasn't even been introduced to the story yet. And she's doing the Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Let's not keep up with this gal, you know?
Right! Maybe this episode should be called Not Keeping Up with Star Rail.
No need to be that scared. You just need to get stronger.
Oh? How can I do that, Miss Cypher? Pray tell.
You know what they say. Being bald makes you stronger. I can help with that.
Oh, now I get why Tectone doesn't want to continue on. Okay, I see.
Then we'll see how many feathers I need to pluck to keep up with Miss Castorus. Castorus is a quantum character following the path of remembrance. Her hands...
He has already been the power creeper that he doesn't need to play anymore. He is the strongest. That is why being bald makes you strong. I'm going to cap that off, though, real quick with I do appreciate Tectone's humor, though. Like, when he's with Jimmy here, funny shit.
Only compose elegies, never able to touch the living, but the touch of death also gave her the power to slay the darkness.
Princess Homebody is super kind and nice, but gets impossibly anxious with people. It's really fun to tease her. But make sure you don't actually upset her. Otherwise, you'll be wrapping up your life for real.
When she uses her basic attack, Castorus swings her scythe to deal quantum damage to one designated enemy.
This scythe looks mighty expensive. I should get a closer look next time I team up with her.
When she uses her skill, Castorus deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and adjacent units. This does not consume skill points.
Oh, so what's the cost then?
Well, Castorus' skill will consume a set percentage of current HP from all allies.
Ouch. I'd better stay on the side.
Hold on. This is actually kind of funny, because one of the abilities in the... Where was my mind trying to say? In the current Pure Fiction involves when your ally or when your teammates sacrifice HP. Now, does that count for this for that benefit? Because if it does, I might just wait until after she releases to finish up Pure Fiction. Because I did the first recording, and there's no way in hell I'm 3-starring the second or the fourth thing. So maybe I just wait for her to release and.
Guidelines as a cheerleader.
You see, it'll actually grant our team greater power. Since Castress's damage dealt increases when allies lose HP, she also has a unique energy system called New Bud. Max New Bud is determined by the combined levels of all characters on the field, and Castress gains 1 New Bud for every 1 HP lost by the team. After unlocking the trace Contained Dark Tide, Castress also gains New Bud when allies are healed. When Max New Bud is reached, Castress will activate her ultimate, summoning the Memo Sprite Netherwing and advancing its action by 100%, while also expanding her territory, Lost Netherland. All enemies, all type res decreases while in the territory, Lost Netherland. When Netherwing is summoned, damage dealt by all allies increases for a set number of turns.
Princess Homebody must be pretty rich if she can afford such a huge pet.
What do you mean?
Well, she would need a big house.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for the first time seeing Cypher, character-wise, I kind of appreciate, her, personality, yeah. Because, she kind of has the right vibe of what you would have expected.
Funny! Huh. Netherwing shared the damage increase effect of Castress' talent and can only act for a set number of times. While Netherwing is on the field, it acts as all allies' backup. Enemies cannot actively select backup units, and allies' blast abilities cannot be blasted to backup units. When allies are damaged, their HP will decrease to a minimum of 1. Further damage taken is transferred to Netherwing, but at an increased rate until Netherwing leaves the field.
Honestly, I think that's probably more broken than the passive, is the fact that the Memo Sprite can take all the damage that your allies are going to take. It's like having Fu Xuan, but better.
This dragon has a serious history, you know. With it protecting the team, even death ceases to be inescapable.
Death is not the end, but the beginning of a new life. As Netherwing's other half, Castress too possesses this power. After
Okay, we're about to talk into the broken global passive. So, is it truly as broken as people are whining, crying, and complaining about? Or is it like I thought, and it's just a sturdy that can be broken under proper speed?
Painting Castress, or while Castress is in the current team, if any ally character receives a killing blow, then all characters that received a killing blow in this turn will enter.
So it's basically like the blessing from, Simulated Universe.
The Moon Cocoon state. While in this state, characters won't be downed immediately and can act once. After taking that action, if they receive healing or have a shield before the start of the next turn, Moon Cocoon is dispelled. If not, the character will be...
So, yes, it is a speed-based thing. If they're healed in that time frame, cool, they're back up to full. If not, they go back down.
Downed immediately. Castress cannot gain New Bud while Netherwing is on the field. When an ally other than Netherwing loses HP, Netherwing restores the same amount of HP. After unlocking the trace Contained Dark Tide, Netherwing can also restore HP when other ally targets receive healing. Castress's skill is enhanced while Netherwing is on the field. She can consume a set ratio of current HP from all allies except Netherwing to launch a joint attack against all enemies alongside Netherwing. This does not consume skill points. When using the Memo Sprite skill, Claw splits the veil. Netherwing deals quantum damage to all enemies. When using the Memo Sprite skill, Breath scorches the shadow. Netherwing deals quantum damage to all enemies by consuming its own HP.
I still like that part, by the way, that you can control how much damage is being done to the opponent.
Equal to a set ratio of its max HP. This ability can be used repeatedly and will become enhanced with each use. Oh, how I wish my Albert mouth cannon could do the same! While Netherwing's current HP is below a certain threshold, using this ability will trigger an effect equivalent to the Memo Sprite's talent, Wings Sweep the Ruins. When Netherwing disappears, it deals multiple instances of quantum damage to a single random enemy, while also restoring HP for all allies.
That dragon's real angry compared to Princess Homebody. It blows itself up after spitting on you.
Netherwing will also trigger this effect and disappear after acting for a set number of times or when its HP becomes 0. Then, the battle will exit the territory, Lost Netherland. After unlocking her technique, Castress enters the Nethervale state, and enemies cannot actively approach her. While in Nethervale, actively attacking enemies with Castress will initiate battle with all enemies within a set radius and summon Netherwing. After entering battle, Castress will consume a set proportion of current HP from all allies and advance Netherwing's action by 100%. If Castress attacks enemies without using her technique, she regains a set number of new bud instead. Okay, let's sum it up. Wielding Death's authority, Castress can reap enemies wholesale. Her main damage sources are Netherwing's Draconic Flames and its explosion. Whenever allies are healed or lose HP, Castress gains new bud towards unleashing her ultimate and summoning Netherwing. Damage dealt by Netherwing is directly related to its current HP. HP lost and gained by allies can all be converted to Netherwing's HP. Teammates with powers or those who deal damage by consuming their HP can give Netherwing more damage output. It will reap the souls of the living with its scorching breath and world-shattering explosion.
Oh, there are still boneheads who'd rather walk up to Princess Homebody than run, even after all that intro. What do you say about someone looking for Castress? They're courting death.
You sure are talented with dry jokes. Now, Castress uses her technique and attacks the enemies in the Nethervale state to enter battle. Thanks to her technique, Castress immediately summons Netherwing into battle. Netherwing's action is advanced and is giving enemies no chances. It consumes its HP and blows up all enemies in one breath. Now that's a rare. Wait, no! A second wave of enemies has shown up. And they're not giving our allies a chance to wrap up and go home. Gallagher goes first, using his ultimate to apply Besotted to all enemies. This means allies' attacks will restore HP, and this restored HP grants new bud for Castress. Memos fully charged, and they use their Memo Sprite skill to let Castress immediately take action. Castress uses her skill, and the consumed ally HP fills up her new bud gauge. So she uses her ultimate, and Netherwing descends upon the battlefield once more. It didn't even need to explode this time, reducing its enemies to cinders with its breath alone. Then the third wave of enemies arrives. Castress uses her enhanced skill, dealing damage to enemies while converting the HP consumed by allies into HP for Netherwing. Mem then uses her Memo Sprite skill, allowing Castress to take action again, and she uses her enhanced skill once more. It's now Netherwing's turn again. The enraged flaming breaths pour down like divine fury, as scorching flames devour all. In the deafening roar of the dragon, all life turns to dust, leaving only a deathly silence. And that's a wrap.
All right, to become strong enough to rival Princess Homebody, the number of feathers you need to lose is...
Wait, you were serious?
Of course! Since the seamstress was interested in your feathers, they must be worth a fortune.
Hey,
What do
yo.
you say to you getting stronger and, me getting richer?
You? I'm here to put on a show, not sell myself out.
Oh, fine. Can I take something from inside the screen as a souvenir, then?
Sure, take your pick.
Are you sure? Something from inside the screen, right?
Hi, Albert. Never go back on my word.
Nice doing business with you, Mr.
She just... Hold on. She did. That's funny.
Back on my word.
Nice doing business with you, Mr. Albert. See you later.
Wait, what?
Okay, no, that's funny. Like, okay, before we get to the PV, real quick, I absolutely adore Cypher's fucking attitude about things. Like, I really love it. Like, she's the exact kind of character you would expect that to be, and I'm here for it, highkey. But, okay. As far as the passive goes, I just want to say again, the fact it is pretty much a sturdy is, like, the biggest point. Because here's the thing. Like, what if you don't have another character's passive healing up at the time of using that passive? You're not going to get an immediate healing. If you don't have Gallagher, well, the tough shit. If you don't have Ling Sha, tough shit. If you don't have any of the not good abundance characters on your team, tough shit. Because, like, there's a lot of great options that could be a thing. But here's the thing. You're not always going to outspeed the enemy. The enemies in endgame modes are getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And they're also getting faster and faster and faster and faster. So, like, yeah, cool, you come back up after nearly dying. Awesome. But what if you don't get the chance to lay down a shield or a heal? Because, like, not everybody runs Gallagher, so they'll have the chance to hit the heal button and be all Gucci. No, I don't run Gallagher. I run a female-only account, primarily. And that's where Castress is going. So I don't have an emergency button like that 90% of the time. Do you want to know my current emergency button on that account? Ling Sha. Because Ling Sha drops her bunnies and it gives some healing. Do you want to know who else I can have as an emergency button? I don't. Because there are no good female preservation units. So I can't just drop a shield and then boom, good. You know, there's no 5-star emergency button healers that are good. So it's not like I can just hit alt and boom, we're in the clear other than Ling Sha. Because Hua Hua, no emergency button heal, so that's not a thing. Fu Xuan, it kind of comes like 3 turns later after you use her skill. So maybe that would line up. But other than that, what does, say, in my case, female only have access to? March, people don't really use her preservation anymore. Nat, people don't use Nat anymore. Lynx, sometimes people still use Lynx, I guess. But, like, it's situational, so people shouldn't be as up in arms about it being broken. Like, people who run challenge accounts to as grand of a scale as female only, or, say, you see Kekvin's video down there, someone like him who either plays a lot of his own accounts or looks at other people's challenge accounts, a lot of them aren't going to pull for her. And even if they are, they're situationally not going to be able to do it. Like his Remembrance only, for example. There's no shields or immediate healing on that team. Or like Quantum only that Castress would fit onto. Other than Lynx, who the hell is that going to, work out for? So, like, I'm not as hateful about the global passive. Like, I get why there's hate in it, but, like, a heal will only carry you so far. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I'm here on the rung of creators, and other people who talk shit constantly are here, and they have more of an influence on other people's opinions, but I'm just here to share my opinion. My opinion is, it's not that broken. But we still have one more Honkai related video in this aspect to watch. So I'm going to stop talking about the Castress thing and we're going to watch the other Castress thing. And enjoy it, because that's what we're here to do, is enjoy the videos, enjoy the content, enjoy the game. Not just crap on it all the time.
You once wished to leave behind a snowflake for her. But your hands didn't know how to draw the shape of life.
Oh, is this kind of continuing on from the animation where the little girl turned old lady passed away in her arms willingly?
Warmth lasts for but a moment, but the cold is endless. Like how your death-worshipping hometown now sleeps soundly in the blizzard of the long night. Like how the ocean, haunted by trickery, stirred up stormy waves. The sky, pierced blind by their lightning spear, spilled blood and tears. The titans who suffocated the world will also eventually enter death's embrace. You don't know why life blossoms. Only because the butterfly of the nether realm has already landed on the searching black tide on the bloodthirsty blade. On your fingertips, I am death.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
So, in the land of death, I dare not look at the garden of life. I fear that promises may be broken after they're made. Tears may follow after a smile. And an eternal farewell may follow an embrace. It's better to have stayed in place and never had anything at all.
Even so, death is not the end. To walk toward that distant tomorrow, we make a promise. The flame chase journey won't end with my departure.
See you! We'll meet again on the shores of the West Wind.
I gained inspiration from death, and should repay it in kind. Golden blood from death will not be shed.
Just treat it like a game of death.
Come with us. One day, just as we have testified for you, you will be able to testify for yourself.
I wish I could be like all of you and embrace the world before death comes, so that the souls of the world no longer weep and the city bells never cease ringing. Even if it's just once, I want to use these hands to give a wilted flower new life. Even if the snow eventually melts, I hope you will leave behind a snowflake for me.
Okay, well, first, the thing that is kind of obligatory for me to say of these games really do love to push the aspect that Stell is more of a harem protagonist than Callus. But that aside, I will say that was a lovely, little animation there, and it's kind of great how she was like thinking about all of her new friends, even if she was talking about herself disparagingly. Listen, she doesn't believe in herself to follow in the footsteps of all the others, but honestly, she's probably one of the more important people in that entire group of demigods and the like. Because, I mean, like, she's causing such a stir in the community, and both in actuality and in lore, she's such a high pivotal point of being what she is. And, like, I just really like her as a character. Like, gameplay wise, she looks fantastic, and I say people need to stop complaining. Character wise, I mean, come on, she's gorgeous. And, like, her personality is something that's kind of relatable. I'm a curse on everyone around me, and honestly, it would be much easier to follow the sweet embrace of nothingness. But not that lucky, so instead, gonna do the best to help people out, and while I can't help people out properly, I do my best with these videos, whether it be these ones when I'm not aggressive, or the other channel where I have a lot of life lessons I give. I'm not sure how many people actually see them and hear them and all that, but I do my damnedest. Because, like, I might be broken up here, but I still have more going on to be able to give advice for shit to avoid. That said, I love Castress. I love what she's about, and I can't wait for her to come out later on in the week. If you don't like her, that's fine. Just don't complain about it being because of her global passive. Because there's going to be worse at some point in the future, and y'all know that. So, like, if you want to get out before it gets to Genshin levels of bad, that's fine. Understandable. I've spent enough money on these games by this point where I'm just probably not going to drop it unless it brings in a PvP or something, because that might actually destroy the game. But for now, I'm leaving it at that, and I can't wait for her to come out. So whether you're pulling for her or not, do let me know what your plans are. Are you pulling? Are you waiting? Or are you just quitting because the global passive thing is too much? Because while I don't understand it, I can only respect people's opinions. And while I respect that opinion as much as I do about people saying Let's Go is a good game, you're right to an extent. But anyway, yeah, let me know all that shit in the comment section down below, and any other sort of the gacha game related content I can upload from, the Star Rail, Wuwa, Zenless, etc. Because I have ideas, but I'm always open to listening to y'all's ideas as well. And that said, also don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the review channel in the description down below. We have the Season 2 of Slime 300 starting today, and I am so excited. Ring both bells like Facebook, Falter, and Blue Sky. Keep updated with things. TikTok, Patreon. Get the full unedited visuals and audio of the stuff I upload there. I'm looking for some free shit to upload over on Patreon too to entice more people. So also open to ideas for that in the comment section or DMs or whatever. Go follow on Twitch. Subscribe for benefits. Can do so Twitch Prime for free. That helps me out immensely for the temporary. Subscribing to these helps me out for more for the long term. For the long term I've been here, as you all know. Check out the playlist here. It's all the Honkai stuff from the past. So whether it's dated or whether you just want to check out for shits and giggles, let the playlist run to help me get watch time. Much appreciated in that regard. Yeah, it's all appreciated. Check out the video here. I'm not sure if I'm doing the one YouTube recommends for you, if I'm gonna put back up the Memory of Chaos video I uploaded semi-recently or what, but we'll see. And that all being said, it's been TheBlaziking. Out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.